Hey there, comic friends and fiends. It's Rob here, not in front of the Great Wall of Comics, but from the Hampton Inn in Clackamas, Oregon. That's right. I was out traveling the road, hit up with my buddy, or hit up the Pacific Northwest, met up with Slotted Up 503 and Super Jessie, and went on an adventure. So I got some time. My wife is off doing, I guess, she's off with a bunch of friends, and I'm here in the hotel by myself. Thought I would take this opportunity to go live and go through my comic haul from the road. But first, I apologize if there's any weirdness that happens. I'm functioning from my Chromebook and not my normal laptop or desktop, and I'm also on hotel Wi-Fi. So, there you are. Soul Twice, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us. James Willie from the even more Pacific Northwest than I am today. Navs Comics here to join us. And let's see, anybody else here? Digger Jim, how you doing? Thanks all for hopping in and joining us. So, hit up. I met up with Slotted Up. He's doing well, everybody who's been wondering what's been up with Slot. He's great. He sends his regards. C-listy man, how you doing? What it do? And the good news is that Sidekicks Talking Comics will be getting back together and will be relaunching later, probably in a week or two. We have to narrow down the exact dates, but Slotted Up will be rejoining me for Sidekicks Talk Comics, which will be hosted exclusively on my channel, probably as a bi-weekly show instead of every week. But that's great news. Be back in action, and we'll be going from there. So stay tuned for more information about the return of Sidekicks Talk Comics. In the meantime, he's doing great. He and Super Jessie took me out to 4 different comic book stores. We hit a couple toy stores and everything else. And I thought I'd share with you what I got. Kind of in the reverse order of which I picked it all up. So we ended the day at the Star Wars store. So this is a thing for me. Every time I come to the Portland area, I love Star Wars. I have to go to the Star Wars store. And if you don't know, it's what you think it is. It's a store, and it's pretty much nothing but Star Wars stuff. That's not entirely true. It's 75% Star Wars stuff and 25% other stuff. One of the new additions that they added this year, since I've been here last, was there were some boxes of comics in the back. And the comics were a lot of 90s comics, just kind of thrown together. They weren't in any kind of alphabetical order. It was just boxes of random comics. But Slot and I took some time to dig through them and found a few things there. Let's see here. So real quick. Glad to hear you're doing well. I'm glad to hear you're melting at Portland. It's actually not melting. I brought the cool weather up with me from the San Francisco Bay Area, so it's cooled down. It's only been in the upper 70s, low 80s here, so not too bad. So there we go. And yes, Sold Twice. I will send you a couple pictures just to show you be crazy, including a little short video I did of all the buckets, clone trooper helmets they had hung up in the air. Yeah, so it's like, because I'm down in San Jose area, there's C-list, so it's been cool for us. Go A's. All right. No, Sold Twice. No, I didn't drive. I flew up to Portland from San Jose to Portland. It was not that far of a flight. I could get a direct flight on Alaska, and actually what was really great was I could fly first class for only a little bit more than flying coach. So as a larger person like me, it was a nice comfy trip. All right. So first up, out of the boxes in the Star Wars store, I found this Marvel Legacy #1, first appearance of the 1 million years BC Avengers. This is a different version. I have the 1/100. I recently gave away a paper one. This one here is like a lenticular cover, and it kind of it's a little shiny lenticular. It's not the wraparound like the other one is, and it doesn't have the gate fold out like the other one I recently gave away. But still, I dig the cover. Its first appearance, lenticular cover. The backside, especially, it's all kind of like 3D, like everything. So this was like $8, so pick that up. Also in the Star Wars store, there was one or two older books. I found a couple we picked up. Had to pick up Hawkman number 12. Look at that checkerboard on top, that DC checkerboard, 12-cent goodness. You know, it was only a couple dollars. Got to pick that up. And another book that I picked up that I really don't know. It's got some kind of grading on it, as listed as fine condition, whatever. It was $3. It is a 50-center, The House of Mystery. I don't know why. It just, for some reason, it spoke to me. For $3, I couldn't leave it behind. It's like one of those books you just go like, what the hell? For $3, let's grab it. So there we go. I might get somebody home. Ooh, see the film. Superman 2. Love it. All right, so that's the Star Wars store. And then he took me to, or before that, he took me to there was another toy store, but didn't get anything at, and another comic book store that we didn't get anything at because they didn't have any old stuff. But then we did go to a place called Excalibur Comics, which they bill themselves as the oldest comic book store in Oregon. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. They say they opened in 1974, and apparently this is a favorite stomping ground of several YouTubers. They had lots and lots of books, backstock books. Didn't particularly like their organizing personally. I mean, they put like every Spider-Man title under S for Spider-Man, regardless of whether it's amazing or whatever else. So some stuff was kind of weird, but I found a few things. That and the boxes, I didn't care for the fact that the comic books were bagged, but they weren't boarded. And so that meant that in some of the boxes, some of the books were pretty mangled because, books start flopping over and there's not even a comic board to even try to protect the book. So, whatever. But found a few in there. How about some G.I. Joe number 8, the second print? G.I. Joe's pretty happening. This book is with a press. I think this book is a 9294 candidate. I had picked that up for $4. These are all these books were like $4 for their back bin. So it was like real nice. This one here, G.I. Joe number 55, teasing some potential unmaskings. As soon as I get these home, you can bet they're going to get all rebagged and boarded. Let's see. This is G.I. Joe 29. And I apologize if there's any extra microphone noise. Normally I have a boom mic, and here my microphone is against my shirt, so I'm possibly every time I move, it makes a scratching noise. I do apologize for that. Then for my Spider-Gwen Volume 2 run, picked up, I had a few holes in there towards the end of the run, so I managed to find some books. Spider-Gwen number 27. Yeah, that G.I. Joe unmasking cover is pretty dope. Spider-Gwen number 29. So this is like all from like 24, issue 24 of Spider-Gwen. This volume 2 is where it becomes this whole thing with Gwenum. And so this is like deep in the Gwenum run here on this stuff, as it's all coming to a head with Matt Murdock, the Kingpin. Spider-Gwen number 30. $32. I really kind of dig this cover. I actually had I had the B cover, and so I was happy to pick up this A cover because I didn't have this one. This is kind of cool here, as it all is coming to an end. And Spider-Gwen number 33. All right, so that ends the Spider-Gwen run. And the last of the books I picked up at Excalibur, like I said, it was a nice place. It was kind of a honey hole for picking up a bunch of back issues, boxes, rows and rows and rows, and I probably could have spent a lot more time pulling books out of there, trying to be. Yeah, you're correct. C-list 33 is where she stops becoming Spider-Woman, becomes Spider-Gwen. Only to shortly thereafter become Ghost Spider. But anyway, so I was able to add some books to my Batman run as well. I've dropped my Batman run. Right, what now I'm looking for are books between Batman issue 250 and Batman issue 399 is what I'm filling in that 150 book run. So I was able to find some there that I liked in good condition. I mean, there were other books I left behind, but I'm looking mostly for upper book quality books. So most of these with a press will be a 6.5 to an 8.5 range. So I'm happy with that. At $4 a pop, we have Batman issue 290, or is it 267? Sorry, 267. Like that. 268. Yeah, sold twice. 250 to 399. So in other words, I already have from issue 400 all the way up. And so this is the 250 to 399 ranges that I'm working on filling in. I have probably only about a third of the books in the 250 to 399 range right now. All right, here is 271. This I just loved. Not only is the front, but I mean, this is my jam right here as a kid, yo. Evel Knievel, the stunt cycle. That is who I was as a kid all day long, twice on Sunday. Me, all my buddies out with our Evel Knievel stunt cycles, jumping that son of the gun over every freaking Tonka truck we could find. So awesome. Because that was like before we had our Star Wars figures. Because I'm old, damn it. Batman 272. Get your more Evel Knievel. Yeah. 284. Dude, I dig this one's got some more Evel Knievel, but the different cars. This is crazy. It's like you get the chopper, the funny car, the Formula 5000, the Formula 1 dragster, the Canyon Sky Cycle. It's like, dude, Evel Knievel didn't race cars, but hey, let's just put Evel Knievel in everything. Yeah. So good. Oh. All right, here's Batman 290. And this one, we're going to change it up. Come see them at the Sea World. Sea World. How much are the Batman ranging? Oh, dude, these are all like $4 books. This one's an $8 book. This is Batman 293. This one was $8, but in this condition, it's worth about like $45 if it was graded. So it's all good. This is Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, or Batman. Superman is in Batman's body. Oh yeah, look at that, Jimmy the Don, my liege of the comic book mafia. How you doing there, sir? Just kind of going through some of the books that I picked up with the big slot, man. And I announced Slotitup is going to be returning to Sidekick's Talk Comics sometime later on this month. Going to be doing ourselves bi-weekly show. Slot makes his triumphant return. Now, he's not going to be doing hardcore, all the stuff he used to do, but he's just going to dip his toe in the water, so to speak. So Batman 309. This one, there you go. These ads are almost as much fun. Monogram models. How many of y'all remember making plastic vinyl model kit cars as a kid, or helicopters and airplanes and stuff? That was the good stuff back in the day. Oh, man, that was fun. Here you go. Here's a return of the Gentleman Ghost in Batman 319. Yeah. I'm a ghost, but I'm a gentleman. Okay. Oh, this one's a $6 book. So, you know, Batman number 344. So yeah, all these books are like between $4 to $8. So yeah, it was a nice way to fill in some run with some books that most of them aren't. They're not necessarily keys. There's a couple minor keys in here, but they're run fillers, and these are all, like I said, in 6.5 to 8.5 condition, and so it's a great way to fill out some of the run. All right, the last book I picked up at Excalibur Comics. Jimmy, I am in a hotel right now. I'm at the lovely Hampton Inn of Clackamas, complete with our abandoned. There's a conference center or something next door that is surrounded by homeless people and rats running across the parking lot, apparently, last night. Real classy, apparently. Love Clackamas. The last book I picked up at the Excalibur comic book shop was one of their wall books. I saw it. It's not a high value book in any stretch of the imagination. It's more of a wall book just because of what it represents and the fun that ensued with it. And I had to grab it because I've seen it a few times and just wanted it. It's just like I like having multiple copies of Marvel Tales with Spider-Ham and all that stuff. This is the DC's The Incredible Inferior 5. Yeah. This was $15. Had to pick this up. Inferior 5. This is just DC making fun of some Marvel heroes, and what are you going to do? Good times. So I'll pick that one up. All right. Now we stopped at another shop that was called Cloud 9 Comics. And that's a really small shop. It was my kids. I joke about how small my kids' bedrooms are, and this place was much bigger than my kids' bedrooms. But they did have an impressive array of wall books, including he's well positioned for the Submariner spec. A lot of good Submariner books. Had quite a few ASM books, and it was processing a collection he just got in. But I managed to pick myself up two ASM sub 100 books that, they're low grade, probably in the 4.45 ranges. But that is fine. Maybe one of them's even actually, well, this one's maybe a 4.45. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 54. And that's just lovely, lovely. You got some chew at the bottom. And of course, along the spine, there's going to be a little bit. You can see there's a little bit of color breaking stuff. But I mean, that's, it's Amazing Spider-Man sub 100, and I didn't have to pay thousands of dollars for it. So, love picking up that. And then Amazing Spider-Man issue 27. This one is probably a 3, maybe a 3.5. It has a lot more issues along the edges and the spines, but the middle presents really, really well, and that's just as important. They actually had, let's see, did they have this? No, they didn't have any kind of rating on it, but this is part. I've never heard of this. I got to look this up. They have a certificate on the back saying this is part of the Boland Brothers collection, which is an original owner collection amassed by two brothers in the 60s and 70s. And shared together for over 5 decades. Purchased in Cleveland, Ohio, but stored in Durango, Colorado. The collection consisted of about 2,000 comics. That's not very many. I've got more than 2,000 comics. Well, how is that supposed to be special? Whatever. The earliest keys were sold about 20 years before, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know why this would be a special collection. Only 2,000 comics. God. Anyways, still a great book. Either that or 2,000 comics is a lot. And I've got... oh, man, I really have fat stacks of comics. All right. Anyway, so those 2 books I picked up at Cloud9 Comics. He says that he's got a lot of stuff that's on his website, and I'm going to have to go check that out because that was definitely a pickup. Actual Dracula, welcome. Thanks for joining and checking us out here. So the first store and the last of my stores to discuss, we went up into Washington. Slot took me up to Washington to a shop called I Like Comics. And that place was awesome. It was a shop that I wish my shop was like, to be honest. And because it had a great selection of slab books, had a great selection of older books that were raw, that were quality, including some Golden Age stuff. I checked out some boy comics while I was there, looking to see if I could find one that I could add to my Golden Age collection, since I don't have a boy comics yet. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make the right deal for one, but I did pick up some books. So they had an extensive wall of books that were all basically 50% off the tag price. So in there, I found, and they had a bunch of 50-cent books and whatnot, but I didn't go through those because they looked a little rough. But this was Batman from the New 52, issue 3. This is the variant cover of issue 3. And this is the first appearance of Talon from the Court of Owls. So a key book and a book that's on the rise, and I was able to pick this up for $10. So had to grab that and add that to the collection. Love it. Then they had within their sections of 50% off books, they had 3 or 4 boxes of autographed books. And I was just flipping through them. I saw a lot of pretty amazing books. Nothing really that I necessarily wanted for my collection, but I stumbled across 2 books that at $6 a piece, I had to pick these up for my guy, Gary B. So the first one here is Conan issue 140. and this is autographed by Bruce Jones. And the COA on the back, this is a convention certificate, that this was signed, both of these books were signed at the Portland Comic Convention in February of 1997. So, geez, you think about that for a second. That's 20 plus years ago. This book was signed. Yeah. So anyway, so these are that, and the other one was Conan 137. So it's $6 a pop. Signed books. These are in really good condition. These are going out to my buddy Gary B, the nicest guy on YouTube, the king of the Grow Together movements. So make sure you guys, it's just a way of showing appreciation. Big Dave Loves Comics. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Just popping through, doing some alternate programming for those that didn't want to watch fireworks, or maybe fireworks in your area are done. Going through some books I picked up while visiting Slotitup. Now we're going to get to the last two books that I picked up. And like any fireworks show, it's important to end with a bang. And that's what I'm going to do here, our grand finale as we kind of come to this. So I did pick up one Golden Age book while I was out there. And this was amazingly in the $20, or it was in the 40, it was tagged with a $40 price tag and was in the 50% off bins. So I paid $20 for this book. And this is Dick Tracy, number 13. And it is in beautiful condition. Probably a 6.5 every day, twice on Sunday. White pager. I mean, this is just mind-numbing. Let's see if I can get this here so it can show up. I'm not used to doing this on my Chromebook, but yeah, for newsprint paper that was never really truly white, this is white pager every day. And this book was printed in 1949. So Dick Tracy, 1949, 6065, white pager. I picked it up for $20. Pure fire, without a doubt. Digger Jim knows. He knows. Whew, that's some fireworks right there. That one is definitely going to get pressed and then go off to CBCS. All right, last but not least, I did pick up one slab. So let me open this up. This book, Batman issue 232, first appearance of Ra's al Ghul in a 6.0. This book is clean. The thing with this that I can figure makes it a 6.0 is there is, if I can get it on here right, there is some color fade that runs down here, right along here. That is what's wrong with this book. There is like not a single, no, I take that back. There's one spine tick, non-color breaking on the backside, and there's only the slightest, less than 1/8 of an inch spine tick corresponding on the front side, and it is in the white section of the rollover, so it doesn't break any color really there either. So, I mean, that is just a gorgeous book, clean as a whistle. A pressing's really not going to do squat for it, and it, just because most of everything is, I mean, if anything, I don't know if pressing out, let's see if I can get this one defect to show. Where is it? Right there. Oops, I'm on the wrong side. Yeah, it's not really going to show that well, but that's okay. Anyways, getting that one out. I don't think that's enough to get it to 6.5 with the color issue that's in through here. But still, key Batman book for my wall, key ad pickup. Got this book. Talked to the gentleman was asking $450. Got him to take $415, and I went home with it for that price. I'll take it. So that's what I picked up on the road here while visiting Slotitup in Super Jessie. And again, for those of you guys that joined late, they send their regards to everybody. They're doing well. Jimmy, I'm supposed to give you a sloppy kiss later. I don't know about that, though. Maybe you'll settle for just the hug. They're doing well. Everything's fine. Slot was discussing coming back to do Sidekicks Talk Comics. We're going to sync up this week and discuss a schedule potentially every other week. And other than that, guys, collect what you want. Hope your 4th of July is great, fantastic, bombastic, no fires. Everyone stays safe. Until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.